Hey guys, it's Kesara, and today I'm going to be doing my review for The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. Republic is the second novel in the Poppy War series. Definitely have to read the Poppy War before reading the Dragon Republic. You'll be so lost if you haven't read the Poppy War first. Last year, I read the Poppy War. I love the Poppy War. I gave it 5 stars. I just finished the Dragon Republic, and oh my gosh, it is so good. I love it even more than I love the Poppy War. My best description of this book is intense and ruthless. The little blurb on the front is brace yourself, and I feel like it's a very good advice for this book because there's just so much happening in this book. So it's following the character Rin after the events of the Poppy War, and there is just so much action and so much like emotional stress, and there's like a lot of gore also. I think in one of my vlogs I mentioned that the gore actually makes like Game of Thrones look tame at times, and I stand by that because there are sections where I was just like, oh, but it was like in a good way, if you know what I mean. Like, you could picture what was happening was kind of gross at times, but at the same time, it's because the characters are so intense and they're so strong, and I love that about it. So in these reviews, I talk about 4 things. I talk about character, plot, world building, and writing style. So we're gonna start with character, and we have to start with Rin. Oh my gosh, I love her so much. I love her intensity. I love how hardcore she is. She has a little bit of a romantic relationship starting out in this book. It's not fully developed. It doesn't take over any of the plot really at all. But like the fact that she has those emotions and she can feel those emotions, but she doesn't let those get in the way of her purpose and what she wants to do with her life. And I love that about her. She's just such a driven person. There's something just really admirable about her, even though she's like okay with killing people, let's put it that way. Like, while she does have problems with it, she will kill people to get what she needs done. And like I said, she's very intense and she's ruthless about it. And I love that about her. There are a few other characters that I really liked, but Rin was just like my favorite standout of all of them. And I don't want to go too much into it because I want to keep this a little bit spoiler free. It will give you spoilers for the Poppy War, which the Poppy War was fantastic also. If you want to read the Dragon Republic, I highly recommend reading the Poppy War. So next I'll usually talk about plot. And the plot in this book is non-stop. It keeps going. I loved the plot in this book. It was just battle after battle after battle. There were sections of it where it like paused for a second, but usually in those sections, there were deep emotional struggles that the characters had to go through that just like really kept the pace of the novel strong the entire way through, and it just really worked for me. Next, we're gonna talk about world building, and I love the world here, especially the Hesperians. So in the Dragon Republic, there's kind of this other race that we're introduced to called the Hesperians, which to me feel a little bit like the Europeans in our world. And I just love the way their culture and our Nakata culture are kind of clashing in here. I really loved how that was set up and the political situation there. I also really love the magic in this world. There's a little bit more hints as to how the magic works and things like that, and I loved learning about that. And it's just such a different world than you typically get in most high fantasy novels or grimdark fantasy novels, and it just really works for me, and I just love being in this world the entire time. Like, I'm ready to reread this book already just to be in this world a little bit longer. And last but not least, we have writing style, which I think the biggest thing to mention with the writing style here is how descriptive it is, because it's descriptive in a way where you can picture everything happening, but sometimes you don't want to picture what is going on because it's quite explicit in what's going on. And it's usually in a more graphic, violent sort of explicit. And while this book does seem to go a little bit too far at times, I never find myself not liking it, if you know what I mean. I loved every second of this book, and I feel like the writing and how dark and gritty it got at times actually made this book so much better for me. So I ended up really enjoying this book, and I ended up giving it 5 stars. If you've read this book, please let me know down in the comments because I would love to discuss it with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I post videos frequently on this channel, so consider subscribing. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up to support my channel. All social media links are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.